Hello, Professor Malzoni. I'm Dr. Ayhan from Turkish Endometriozis&Adenomyozis Society. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to learn the pearls of wisdom of endometriosis surgery from a surgeon like you. And I wonder, when did you start specifically studying endometriosis surgery?
I started many years ago, unfortunately. I started when I was very young because I had the opportunity to work in the family private center in my city in Italy. So I started when I was very young with my father. My father is because he's working at 76 years old. He's until working a lot, and he's a gynecologist skilled in oncology. And he's like a general surgeon because he do very difficult surgery in the pelvis. So I started with him by laparotomy, of course, in 1995. And from 1997, after I was in the Columbia University of New York City with my teacher, Harry Reich, was the first surgeon that did laparoscopic hysterectomy in 1989 in New York City. From 1997, 1998, I started to do surgery for endometriosis, building a center in Italy for difficult endometriosis cases.
Thank you. And how many cases do you operate during a year?
Our center is in Avellino and in Roma. We have a different center. In Avellino is like a private center, but like a public center. So in Roma is a private center. And we all in Avellino we do in a year. Me and all my group that pelvic surgeons that work in my team, we do around 1,200 laparoscopy per year.
And how many?
And 80% of these are for endometriosis. But the problem is that it's a referral center for endometriosis in Italy, so the patients come from every part of Italy, sometimes from different states and outside of Italy. And we try to operate only the very symptomatic women. So all of these are usually difficult surgery to operate.
I see. And how many of those are deep infiltrating endometriosis?
All are deep infiltrating. We operate all, no, really, because we try to avoid to operate ovarian cyst. So usually we operate only less than 10% of our surgery is unnecessary surgery. Usually is a deep endo surgery. So surgery on the bowel, on the bladder, on the nerves, on the ureter, but not on the ovary.
So for those patients, which preparations do you do before the surgery? And do you consult other specialties like urology or general surgery? Preparation,
we do only preparation of the bowel, very simple preparation the day before in order to empty the bowel, only for bowel surgery. So if we want to do a shaving technique or rodolectomy or discoid resection or bowel resection, absolutely we start with bowel preparation the day before, the morning and the day before of the surgery. And we usually we are convinced that is the pelvic gynecological surgeon that have to do this kind of surgery, because the experience of pelvic gynecological surgeon is higher than general surgeon on endometriosis of the bowel. So usually we do ourselves our colorectal procedure and the urological procedure without the urologist and without general surgeon.
And what are your thoughts on robotic surgery? It's rising worldwide now. And what are differences between laparoscopic and robotic? And what are the disadvantages and advantages both for you and the patient?
I don't know. I tried in the past for 3 years to convince myself about the robot. I think that the robot at the moment don't help us in the surgery for endometriosis. I think you can do better by yourself without robot, with less expensive surgeon. If you have a good team that work together every day, you are faster than robotic and you don't need robot. And I'm convinced of that.
Laparoscopy, you say.
Absolutely.
So, my last question is, what do you advise us young surgeons, young gynecologists to improve our surgical skills?
I suggest to avoid obstetrician and dedicate to
Is it
surgery.
possible?
You can do it. I did it. I did it, and all of my team did it. All the young doctor that work with me never did obstetrician. They do only surgery from the morning to the night, and this the only way to become a good surgeon.
Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.